But good morning, this is Today with James Naughtie and Justin Webb.
It's past 8. You can't have missed the fact that there's been a battle for the Christmas number 1 going on between the X Factor winner Joe McElderry and the punk metal band Rage Against the Machine. Here's how Radio 1 listeners got the news of victory.
Who is this week's number 2 on the official chart 2009 for Christmas?
2.
It's Joe.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it.
See Radio 1.
The UK's official number 1.
Now you do what they told you. Now you do what they told you.
We won't play the whole thing. The remarkable thing is that Rage Against the Machine seems to have made it thanks largely to a couple in Essex who started a campaign on Facebook to stop the X Factor winner from getting the number 1. And it worked. Simon Cowell, creator and owner of the X Factor, the man who runs the world, it seems, had to ring Jon Morter, who started the campaign, to congratulate him. What more could you ask? Mr. Morter is with us. John, what did he say to you?
I actually got a text, from him to say, well done, congratulations, it was a fantastic campaign, hats off to you. But he'd actually phoned me on the Saturday, very late Saturday evening, before the charts results were announced, just to say, again, you know, I've got to say that really was
Must have been quite surprised.
You could say that again, yes.
I noticed you quoted somewhere as saying that he was a real sweetie. Words I don't think that are usually applied.
Yeah, well, no, he was lovely to talk to. I had a really, really pleasant conversation with him about music in general. So, yeah.
Tell us the story. How did you decided, well, we just don't want the X Factor to take over the world, so we're going to start a campaign for Rage Against the Machine. How did you do it?
Well, I'm a big fan of music in general, and the Christmas charts were always something which I used to, you know, we always used to tune in.
It's a bit of fun.
Yeah. Exactly. You just sort of guess who is it going to be this year, and I just felt that that fun and that sort of spark had disappeared really with the dominance of the X Factor in recent years. So I decided that enough was enough, and I thought I'd start a Facebook group because, you know, there's millions of people out there that might
And it
agree.
took off.
It took off, and by the end of the campaign, we're just touching 1 million people. And
That's extraordinary. How long did that take?
About 3.5 to 4 weeks.
You must have sat there at home just thinking, what's going on? I'm in the middle of this worldwide phenomenon. Or not worldwide, but, you know.
It just, I think I just touched a nerve with a lot of people, and the way that Facebook and Twitter, of course, works, you know, if some of your friends, in inverted commas, know about it, you will know about it too. So it's
inevitably in these things, of course, it's not as simple as it looks, because Rage are a Sony BMG band, and that's Simon Cowell's label.
Yes.
Needless to say, there's no escape. But you've sort of made a little mark, haven't you?
Yes, it seems so, yes. You know, the main thing I wanted out of this was just to sort of open up the Christmas number 1 race again, because I think it's a great little British tradition that I think was just dying, really. And I think we've well and truly done that, you know.
Well, you say that, but, I mean, the Rage Against the Machine isn't what you would call a traditional Christmas number 1. I mean, I'm not talking about Little Donkey or anything, but,
No.
but it's not quite in the usual mould, is it? I mean, we couldn't play the whole thing, I don't think,
No,
really,
you couldn't, no.
for reasons that we needn't go into, but...
No, I mean, you're quite right. It's not perceived as an exactly Christmassy song.
It's at the gutsy end of the spectrum.
Sure, and I mean, it's not the sort of song that would normally get a number 1 single anyway. And
You don't feel sorry for poor little Joe. I mean, he's a good singer. People like him. He's done well, and he's been knocked off the top spot.
Well, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think he's a fantastic talent, and I think he's, you know, he will.
I think he'll be all right.
He'll have numerous number 1s. He's a great singer. Me and Tracy have got a lot of respect for him. He will go far. It just happens that this was the year that I snapped and I thought, no, come on, enough's enough now.
And it's quite an odd Christmas for you. I mean, there you were sitting at home thinking, let's have a bit of fun, and here you are popping up on radio and television talking about the Christmas number 1.
Well, it's been a crazy 4 weeks, and you know, within a month ago, someone had told me that I'd be everywhere.
Well, you know what you have to do next year. You have to audition for X Factor, don't you?
See if I can be a judge. You never know.
Jon Morter, thanks very much for joining us, and well done with your campaign.
Thank you very much.
24 minutes past 8. It's something of a British institution, but in the next few weeks, the Comedy Store is opening a new branch in Mumbai. The Indian Comedy Store will try to cash in